Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video, and today it is not just straight up gameplay of a game mode like it was last time on Supremacy, and as it will be next time when I try out Starfighter Assault before heading into Squadrons. This instead has a very clear purpose, because today I am attempting the TSC challenge, which was sent out by the Sam channel, hence the TSC, and it is basically the hardest possible challenge you could give yourself in Battlefront 2. What you have to do is you have to defeat 999 expert AI. In the arcade on your own you have no help with this, and you can use every single class or reinforcement just once. There are more specific modifiers that you have to give yourself, and most importantly, you are one hit just like the enemy is one hit. So if you trade kills every single time, and spoilers, that happened way too much in this video, if you do that, you will run out of lives way before they run out of their 999 lives. So we're going to see just how well I do, and if you want the specific modifiers, go check out the original video, and do go and give this a try yourself, and I would love to see everyone else's attempts, because you will see just how amazing, just how well I perform in what is undoubtedly the most impossible challenge in Battlefront 2. I started with the regular infantry and then just went left to right across the reinforcements, because theoretically you'll get more powerful as you go across and you should get more kills, and I also didn't tamper with any of my classes, so I immediately made a mistake with the assault by using the Rebel Blaster, which is extremely high damage, which is completely not necessary when the enemy's one hit, and because of that, it is a very slow firing weapon, especially in comparison to something like the CR2, where in theory you would just be able to melt enemies. So I spawned in, and with the precise minimap you already see so many enemies coming towards me. I figured a grenade would get someone, and it did get someone, but only after they'd already gotten me quite easily. At this point I realised just how difficult this challenge was going to be. Because the rate of enemies coming at you is as high as possible, you don't get any time to breathe. Even once you've just spawned in, you can't set up a specific point, because once you spawn, whether you go left or right or any direction, you will have at least one or two enemies to deal with right in front of you from the start. But with my heavy, at least I had a much faster firing weapon, and I also had an improved combat shield, which I always use anyway, and the improved grenade. So this time, I actually got one kill, which you wouldn't believe, hiding from the corner in third person. Had this been first person, it would have been absolutely impossible, but I got a second, and I started to see quite a clear pattern of how I could get quite a few kills. And then they started grouping together, and they were coming from the right from range. I got one, and then they all start appearing, and the shield came in absolute clutch until I turned about 20 degrees to the side, and I'm dead already. So the heavy was comfortably better than the assault, the shield, the higher fire rate, but I still had only in total killed 10 enemies, so it wasn't exactly going amazing, and at this rate I'd be dead in 6 minutes. Let's just say the officer didn't go too well. I hadn't chosen an amazing weapon, and by instinct I went for the flash grenade when I saw more than one person turn up, but it didn't seem that those kills after my death actually counted to the kill count, because as I said, I had 990 to go, and when I spawned in with my specialist, I had 990 to go still. And here's where I'm an absolute idiot, because I still had the NT242 as my sniper rifle. The highest damage weapon in the entire game. If you hit the headshots, it's unbelievably powerful. But when you could hit them with a piece of paper and the droid would go down, it wasn't exactly the weapon required. So I immediately changed up to my infiltration, and I had one burst to get the shot done, and I missed it, and I'm dead. And I've already gone through all of the infantry with 990 left to go. The Wookiee warrior was next, and I had, rather than a heal, I had a ground pound, which is not helpful at all. I saw them coming from a certain way, used the thermal imploder, and it did get a kill, which was quite nice to see, and the charge slam. But the time it takes for you to get up from your charge slam, I'd already been killed. The ARC Trooper was up next, has quite a fast fire rate if you can get a shot off, and also being able to actually see them coming through walls is extremely helpful. I did not look to the left though, and the ARC Trooper's dead, I'm dead, 988 still to go. It's not worth flying around with your Jet Trooper, just use the pistol, because they will pick you out of the air. And I got one kill out of the two, and then I got shot. So I think you can see a pattern here, where I may be lucky enough to get one or two, or even a handful as the heavy of kills, but when it comes to shooting out in the open, my chances are extremely small. The Republic Commando and the last reinforcement before we get onto the heroes doesn't have much damage at range, but that doesn't matter, and then I chose to use a grenade launcher. I missed the first one, the reload takes so much time, and I still got one of them with that splash damage, but I got killed before that even landed on the target. And now Luke Skywalker, who I thought I was going to do very well as, because I figured he can block everything they do, but they still don't fire particularly quickly, and his force abilities are still great unless you try to use the force, and it doesn't even let you do your force push before they shoot you. I had my block up beforehand, and between me pressing the ability button and that ability being performed, I was shot and I was dead. So that was over, and Master Yoda, next up, you can imagine how this was going to go, because while he can block a whole lot of bullets at once, it is only in a cone ahead of him, and his animations take a very long time. So I got one early on, and then if you look on the map, you can see how long it's going to take me. I got a dash through which went really well, and somehow they got through the guard block. I don't believe that was fair, because I think I was still able to deflect. And then I spawned in with Leia and it was immediately under pressure. I still got 2 kills off, and then again with the range, I should stop going for these grenades, especially with Leia's animation making it all wonky. But I still got another kill, used her E11, and as soon as I fired off one, 2 others come around the corner, and Leia's dead too. Now Finn's got Deadeye, which is helpful purely because of how slow his weapon fires, because it is the same as the Assault, and maybe I should have used the health buff, because I got 2 kills out of the 3 this time, rather than the one with Leia. So who knows, maybe I'm improving, and maybe I'm going to actually win this thing after all. Again, I'm using grenades all the time. Han's one works really well, and I don't think I really paid attention to the fact that 1, there were about 10 droids just come around the corner, but 2, I had fast ability recharge on, so I could have just used that detonator multiple times, and I didn't, and Han's gone too. Obi-Wan I was not looking forward to, because while he can block forever, he can block for as long as you'd like. His attack animations aren't the best in my opinion, and his defensive rush is an absolute godsend. The only problem was I wasn't paying attention to when it ran out, and so it ran out with me not even attacking or blocking, and Obi-Wan was gone. Chewie's shot grenade does absolutely nothing. I don't know what I was expecting, and his charge slam ran out before I even got close enough to attack one person, so I used my charge slam and then missed my first bowcaster shot, which left me vulnerable to all of those droids immediately peppering me, and Chewie was gone too, and I had 4 heroes left to get 973 kills. So place your bets now if you think I'm going to complete this challenge, or if you think it might not go too well. Maybe if this was Anakin with his amazing stamina and amazing attacks and being completely overpowered, I'd stand a chance, but no, I deflected against one attacker and then someone somehow got through my block. When the Chosen One lasts about 5 seconds, you know that you're already in trouble. And Lando, he has his sharp shot, but every single droid seems to have sharp shot built in. So I missed my first 2 shots with Lando, and that is not Lando's fault at all. I take complete 100% blame for that, because I missed 2 shots, and if you miss 2 shots against expert AI, you're asking to be killed. So this left me with BB-8 and Rey, and I had actually seen something from the TSC channel where he was behind a doorway using BB-8's cable spin, and he got loads of enemies just as they came through before they could even lock onto BB-8. So I figured I'd try that as well, and as the first enemy came through, it worked absolutely perfectly, and I just held on to it because I knew the fast recharge was on, so I could keep going. I got a second one, and then someone came from range from a different way. I clearly hadn't planned the spot perfectly, but there are very few dead ends on any map, and now it was Hooded Rey, and I forgot that I'd chosen Hooded Rey over Rey Skywalker, so I took a moment to emote, to appreciate the beauty of the skin and being able to actually put her hood up in that amazing white outfit, and then I got shot. The camera wasn't even facing an enemy, I was looking at Rey's own face, and I was dead, and the challenge was over. So I got 30 kills, using every single infantry reinforcement hero possible. I then, after filming this, actually got a comment from Sam saying that it's not actually a massively difficult challenge, which first of all, I beg to differ massively. I got completely destroyed here, and I know I missed shots with Lando, I didn't play perfectly, but I did absolutely horrifically. And he did keep some clear exploits out of the video. I guess one he kept in was the BB-8 one, but that only served me for 2 kills. So I would absolutely love to find out how you can actually do this, and I would love to see the Sam channel put up a video where he does this in full. It takes some serious skill to kill 999 enemies, and when you're on one hit as well, I don't see how it's possible. So leave a like if you did enjoy this video, leave a comment if you do try this out, and I want to know how far you got, because I'm sure you can get past 970, but I'm not sure if you can get to 0. So thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I will see you next time.